Big versus OG, a big matchup on our hands here. And the OGs are looking onward, trying to make it their own. Alexi B and company will be taking on Tabson and crew. And we're going to be doing it on Inferno for the ESL Pro League Season 12. It's going to be the opening map of this second match of the day. And we would like to invite you to join us, as well as your friends, family, mother, brother, sister, cousin, whoever you got out there. Tell them all about it.
This one's only for the big OGs as now we get ready to head in to Inferno. It's that big El Clasico that we've all been waiting for. Oh. Keto with his dual Berettas, the signature weapon on his signature map. He's taken them in this round over towards shore. This isn't, oh, actually the apartment, sorry. I'm really bad at reading the map. But OG starting this round off slow. Keto with the dualies excites me. I keep seeing players buy them, and I keep thinking to myself, well, you ain't no Keto. But I tell you what, Keto is a Keto. And he's got them.
Oh, they know. They spotted Searson getting into under. Valdi's going to hold for him. Is here as well.
Oh,
Searson doesn't know it, but he is absolutely
so
trapped. Dead. Oh, no. OG, are they going to drop on him, right? Because that could be a favorable fight for Searson. Maybe a burst.
Something tells me this ain't favorable, bro.
Yeah,
something tells me this is not. Look, they MBK can even see him.
There it is.
He's tickled his feet off, and now Keto with the dualies. How underwhelming is that, man? Well, pack it up, pack it in. This series is over. We saw the thing we wanted to see, and that's what we get.
Oh, that's a shame. Yeah, I would have liked to hit towards B again, but OG, they don't go B, simply because of the fact that they know Searson's under. Searson goes under, Big go, well, mid's clear, guys, I hear nothing. Let's stack B. And OG, well, they were one step ahead. They already knew. And so that will be their round, through and through. Like you said, the util, the armor, the kit, it gets saved, because Big really can't go back into this round in a 3-on-5.
Like I said.
Series is over, pack it up, pack it in.
Oh, right, okay, yeah. That was what I said.
That's what I heard, at least. Don't know how true that is. Thank you very much, Harry Russell.
Yeah, man. No worries.
Big OG on the block.
Big OG, man, in the house. Let's go. Alexa B inside of the B site, and he is looking to hunt. Oh, Zentarez. The only guy with armor as well. That's really upsetting for Zentarez, right? He's looking to get away with his armor fully intact, because then it's like upgrading in this round. You know, you spend like 350. You're like, I already got that full armor. Now I have a bit more money to get a gun. Well, he gets naded. He loses the armor.
Alexa
Up in the top left.
Yeah, where were those guys watching from?
Yeah, I was going to say, it looked like they're on like a holiday retreat or something. That's pretty cool.
Well, they heard that big game was happening. So.
A big game, man. Everyone's going to tune in for the big game. Only OGs in the big game, man.
That's only OGs. And some fans.
Scout run boost for Searson. He's going across. Can't see anything. OG have already actually made it to Banana, or at least with 3 of their players. Mantu's tucked and tight, so no one's going to see him here. And OG just defaulting an ult as well, making sure the Big aren't getting aggressive, right? They expect a force in this round with some saving going on in the one previous. Oi, Keto with some grenades.
Yeah. Big are notorious for having a lot of answers in situations like this. We'll see what they could come up with. Obviously, not too biggy of a problem.
Maybe Biggie small, you know, not large.
Okay, well, you took it too far. But mid control here. OG are stacked up 5 deep.
I love that Hugo's attempt to join again was just saying the name of the guy that you were alluding towards. Yes, well, maybe Biggie Smalls. Here's Zentarez with the deagle, doubling down over towards long.
Leave me alone.
And
hindsight's everything, Hugo.
Right now, Big are in a really good spot, considering they force-port into this round. Well, maybe I was going to say Tizian did kind of need to get away with something, and he gets dropped right away. And, well, now this bomb plant coming in inside of the A site, while Zentarez is nearby. And Nade actually does a great bit of damage. That's thrown in from long side, but they lose Zentarez. And so this man advantage, this 5-on-3 that was once on the cards is now out the window. What's the game plan here for Big? Half the time ticked off this bomb. If they do want to go for it, they've got to pick this pace up a little bit. They're waiting for Keto to wrap the apartments and to clear this side of the map. Down here in the pit, that's where the real threat lurks, rather. Keto and his deagle doubling up. Mansu now the only... Woohoo! Searson going to snipe him down. But they take too long on the retake, and that timer ticks on down. That's a big problem as OG get a second.
Oh, yeah, it is.
OG on a 6 winning streak on this map. Keep that in mind. That one may get close, but it's still going to be theirs to keep. And some pretty, I was going to say big, can't use that word, some pretty impressive wins in the pocket for OG as well, right? Over the likes of G2, Sprout, including big in that one as well, Nip. So, yeah, Inferno's definitely been a good map for them as of late. Big know that, they know what to expect, and they forced up once again, saving some money on Searson for the AWP, but everyone else fully bought. They know that because OG lose everyone in the previous round, that they don't have a lot of money either, so this is actually a fairly decent force for Big around the back of the AK that Keto did save. So quite a lot to use. Ooh, Alexa B lining up a pop flash to bounce off the window. No one in apartments, or the door rather. So Big are just passive with 3 on B. They'll rotate Tabson over with the Deagle. Searson takes his scout smoke towards B, but that's not where OG are ending up.
Yeah, Big have forced the issue again to try and capitalize on how much damage they did in that round prior. It's high risk, high reward, though. As a loss here means that they're likely going to go 4-0 down before they get their first buy. So this becomes a very important round, and MBK just barrels out of the apartments. Tabson's going to try and reclaim some ground here, and he does drop one of the rifles that was in play. But this might just have to be a save right away for Big. Not very exciting, but it makes a lot of sense. You know, they take quite the risk here, force buying into this round. They put everything into it. They're trying to capitalize on the fact that everyone died for OG in that second round, right? And they get out of it with weaponry. But ultimately, it's not enough. MBK, mate, he just gets it done single-handedly, doesn't he?
Yeah, OG, you know, if there's one thing Big know about this team, it's that OG are going to be going for these apps drops whenever they can into the pit. It's Alexa B classic, and we see OG get given a lot of room on long. They drop nades into the pit, and that does so much damage to Big's pit player, and MBK can just finish off the job with the MAC-10 easily. So nice little setup there for OG, given a lot of room on the A site, and they will punish Big for that. 3-0. Like you said, Harry, probably 4-0 down for Big. That's the worrying situation. The save has come through, but there's no way you buy around it this time. OG got out with 5 alive, and so or 4 alive. Very good round for them. So all the more reason for Big to just save a little bit. Keep 2K a player. That loss bonus is pretty built at this point, so all things are good. Not great, but good. AK Galil still here, and Big have so much util. They can really fight back in these kinds of rounds if they want to keep OG out of the banana, especially. Mollies go down. Alexa B has to extinguish with his smoke, and he's going to get on out of there. OG leaving banana until later in the round. Alexi's going to flash valve it back up the top side. Big are not contending for it. Without the weaponry, they play inside of B, Keto and Tabson. Still with Molotovs and smokes available. OG, do they want to feign a bit of an apps drop here with some utility? Try and pull a rotation towards the A site. The bomb's actually joining them there as well, so it might be the inverse of that, with Alexa B reuniting towards A. There's the B fake smokes, trying to keep Tabson here, and Big have a lot of utility to do that, but unfortunately, dropping it will deny them info, so they're just going to hold on B for the time being. Tabson wants to get some value out of it, and he might even go pushing through this smoke. Meantime, OG, they're going back for the apps drops, and Taurus has to stop it all.
And he's only got a Deagle, or rather a P250, so really going to be hard-pressed to do anything here, but what can he manage? The flash is good, and he's helped out by Tizian, who locks in 2 and almost 3 with the spray, mollied out into the open. And that there is how Valde gets the better of him. Tabson and Keto left in this 2-on-3, and they may as well go for it, right? At the very, very least, to do some damage. You can understand throwing Tabson at the problem, and then Keto can, like, float around. If Tabson gets some work done, they can attempt this, especially with these players already very, very low. However, Mansu opens up. While Keto does respond, he is still looking to do damage. Alexa B and Mansu both just tucked in inside of the bomb site here. Not going to give Keto much room to work with. And sadly, that Molotov finds the one place in the site that no one occupies. So Mantu deals with Keto. OG get that 4-0 start they were promised. It's still good damage done for Big. as now they have their first investment coming in. They would have liked to have gotten away with a bit more.
Yeah, the worry is it doesn't really matter when it comes to damage because OG have been basically running bonus rounds this entire time because they haven't got any money either. So it's been Mac 10s and Galils. Now they can upgrade into AKs mainly. And yeah, that's a nice little spray for Tizian. He does a lot of damage with the Galil, but not able to push it over the line. Valde and Mantu with 2 apiece and OG up to 4. Here's the double orb for Big, wasting no expense, wasting no time. They go right in with this investment. Searson on that long side, Keto stuck towards B, and he'll be alone. tabseN throws his util and ducks on out of the site. Bit of a risky one considering Big don't have Banana. They've just put the AWP on Coffins, kind of gambling the fact that they hope OG won't hit B with 4 rounds in, and that's yet to happen, so it's a fair assumption for Big. But they can't stay there forever, and tabseN knows it, so pivoting between the two, staying in CT, he can rotate quick if a smoke comes down. But right now, OG, again, looking at A. They hold for the B aggression. Valde as the insurance policy to go back if needed. Flash through the smoke. Alexi leading the charge. They've got the long smoke down, so season's AWP will find nothing from this position. It's backed up towards the library side. And OG just going about their business. Now Big even stuck inside of B. They're going to rotate hard in with 2. And again, giving a lot of room away on this A site. They have so little info. They just have to run a standard setup. But this is fine because it's Big's first proper rifle round. And OG don't know that these double orbs are in play. They haven't heard one of them fire off yet. So there's still going to be a surprise at the 30-second mark. Smokes into B. That will keep Big here. And it's actually drawing a rotation as well. Xantares is falling for it. And OG go right back into A.
They're quick on it too. OG real deep in this A bomb site, but they're going to get halted there. Molotov coming out from the Big side. That's going to be a big problem. Xantares has aligned himself in the site. There's multi-kill potential written all over this, but who's going to be claiming that? So far, no one. Both frags going the way of Big, and there's just no time for the plant. It's going to be a first round, and it's a big one to take.
Yeah, that Molotov just wins the round for Big, right? It slows OG down to the point that Xantares can double back from rotating B. tabseN's called, it's clear, no one's pushed in, it's just smokes and flashes. And then they set up with a lovely little crossfire in the site, plus the AWP there out as well. And there's just no way of getting past it.
It's like a family retreat they're on, and they're watching this big OG game.
And every time that it cuts back to them, I felt there's going to be more and more people. Like there needs to be, like eventually we just need the entire local population in that one shot. That would be epic.
I do want to know more about the story, though. So perhaps if they are listening,
let us know.
If they do have their Twitter sphere, light it up. Hashtag ESL Pro League. Would love to know how you're watching. Maybe, just maybe, it'll end up on stream. Who knows?
Not us, that's for sure.
This is bigger than you, Hugo. This is bigger than us.
Fast short for OG, here they go. Mollies again for Big, being a problem. The bomb first and dropped in already. It's a commitment for OG. They have to throw everything at this. Big have already shut it right down. The spray is good. Tizian and Xantares combine, and Mantu says goodbye.
The 1 minute save. A classic here. It's always horrible to be in this position. Like, you don't even know if you're going to get away with the AK. That's the worst part.
The bomb goes flying in the site first.
Yeah, that's always like a horrible one as well. Like, the round's already basically over the moment that it starts to slide in the favor of Big with the bomb lost as well. Even when you realize that you're running into a stack there, it's far too late in the round. And so, yeah, they find Mantu. He's not able to get away with the AK. It's the second round on the board for Big, and they keep it flawless as well. One thing I do love about this Big squad is that they have this advantage of, like, being able to have a good chunk of the team playing together on LAN. Obviously, there's a few exceptions, as we can see with Xantares right there. But we do have a few of them together. I feel like that can make quite the difference.
Yeah, I remember for DreamHack Masters, we had, like, 4 players of Big playing on LAN together and Searson playing at home. Not interested. Not tempted, but hey, Big got the win there, so whatever works, right? It's kind of crazy how you can go from, winning an event in that fashion, the reverse sweep in the BO5 Grand Final versus G2, to then go, not into your next event, right? Because they played a couple, they played DreamHack Open, and they won that as well, but then going into something like Cologne and just dropping out. I don't think that was expected for Big. I don't think it's what they wanted, and that's why they really need to prove themselves this season as well. They had a great opening game on the first day. They took down AGO 2-0. a game that they should be winning. And this is another one where, you know, it's not as clear-cut. OG did place very well in Cologne, and we can't take that away from them. But if Big are on the #1 level, on the #1 ranking, well, they're not anymore, but if they want to prove to be a #1 team, this is a series that they've got to sweep up. OG looking to do everything in their power to stop them. And towards B for a change, hey? It's no longer A plays 6 in a row. Now there's a new site in town, and Xantares, this early rotate, oh, he's reconsidering. He keeps hopping between CT and long. He'll go back into A, but maybe he'll want to come back towards B because OG with 5 players have crept up Banana and are setting up smokes.
Yeah, something that's pretty key here is that there's only one smoke on OG, and Tabson has just left CT side to take up a position at Coffin. And you can imagine that this smoke is going to be CT based. That's often the way, right? If you've only got one, they even double nade it. You run the gauntlet now, but these players are already tucked into the site. And so these pistols are going to be hard pressed to get away with anything. Rotation's coming in. Tabson, it's pretty critical that he stays alive here just to protect Keto. Keto don't need no protection. He's just going to take him down on his own. And so Big, they'll lock in a third.
And that's why Keto came into this game with, what was it, 1,000 ADR or something like that?
Yeah, 330 ADR, which I think is definitely wrong, given that he was one of the bottom performers for Big at ESL 1 Cologne.
Wow, showing up with a double AWP at least, right? We haven't really seen Searson tested on his. It's more been the crossfire between Tizian and Xantares on that A site, getting lockdowns. 4 for Big on B, throwing lots of grenades, I imagine. They want to establish Banana control. OG finally have the buy back for it. They were eco last round, but they have utility to keep Big out of this position. Just one molly will do it, and now being methodical, clearing the corner, trapping someone at sandbags if they were to play aggressive. And that's why Big aren't even considering that position, aren't trying to take it back. They don't want to lose early players.
The thing that's pretty cool now is that these 2 B players still, A, have pretty much all of their utility, but most importantly, have these 2 nades. And so OG are going to start to take a position in Banana, assuming, well, the nades have come in, we can start to move up. They were really good nades as well that found a lot of damage. And so now there's always the chance that more HEs start to rain down Banana and get away with even more damage. And Big, they're also in a spot now where they could maybe even look to retake Banana once the timer ticks on down a little bit more.
Yeah, on top of that, the early nades plus the one that Tabson just threw over makes it look like there's a triple B setup. So OG might be scared of this B bomb site again. Well, now there is a triple B setup, so at least they made the right reads. And Tara's moving over. It's been fairly unfortunate with these timings as OG again with low time. And that is the key here for Big, who haven't seen or heard anyone in middle or apartments yet. OG looking to overrun this A site. And when they were given the long control in the past, it came back to hurt Big. So Tizian trying to fill that void. He's been flashed off though. 25 seconds, this bomb's got to go.
Well, it's not going to go very far. Alexa be the first one to fall, but a trade comes in from Nathan. And it's Tizian that falls. The timer almost down to 10. Searson able to pick up an AWP kill before he falls. And this has gone okay, all things considered. 2v3 now on the retake for OG.
Keto gonna flash them in over here towards short. Now Issa is down in the pit, and this flash is gonna leave him a little bit pressed, but he's not peeking wide, so they don't get that info. Mansu gonna find the first, and now while they're looking for this trade, this is where Issa's given a little bit more room to spring his trap from pit. Tabson left in the clutch. Oh, hits the wall bang. Issa on the receiving end of that one, and now Tabson closing the distance, but Issa's able to hold his ground and lock in a 5th for OG as he wins out that 1v1 down in the pit. I also got a little bit of information just now from the Big manager, Mr. Christian Lenz. He's just come in with the info that Xantares is actually with the rest of the team.
Oh, really?
He's just playing in a separate room. Yeah.
Fine to his own space.
So he's there. They're all gaming together, in a way, separately but together.
Preferential treatment, or?
Got to get that LAN ping, you know.
Yeah. Well, there's a big difference. We know that much.
Yeah, Tabson had to run down Issa there in the pit, right? The bomb was ticking so fast, and he was almost out of the round. Could have gone for a close orb shot, but rather the chance with a USP dink. If he hit it, it would have been a kill because Issa was hit by that orb earlier on. But not connecting, and OG, they convert another round. A disadvantaged round as well in the post plant, but these long wraps have been good. Even though Tizian puts up a fight there, OG are able to trade their way into A with limited issues. AWP is out for Mantle on this T side as well. It will be required considering Big's running a double AWP right now. And it's you know, we're not seeing both AWPs really come alive at the same time. OG aren't losing early picks or anything. They are getting a lot of 5-man groupings towards bomb sites. And so these AWPs are kind of coming into the late round instead. CSM wants to change that, peaking ult early. But yeah, this is a very, very safe for both halves, especially for Big in the early stages of these rounds. They're not fighting for the mid control. They're not giving away these early kills either. And we've seen Xantares on these quick rotates back between long and CT, always caught in the wrong place at the wrong time, it seems. Flashing up B is OG. Alexa B leading the charge. There's no one here, though. Again, Big have conceded top B. Very passive setup for Tabs, and it's going to leave him alone if smokes come down, or Keto alone, rather. Trying to drop that close wall smoke, cut off Keto's line of sight, make him fearful that someone could be walking up, and also denying mid-info is OG's prerogative, cutting Searson out of this area. Molly on short as well, Bigger losing info, and this is where things, you know, things are hard to call for a CT side of Inferno when you have this little information, and you just got to kind of gamble. That's why we have Tabson leaning away from B towards his A site, as that's why where OG have constantly been getting their rounds. Another long smoke down, another short molly as well. They're just recycling utility as they set up for the apps drop. 30 seconds once again.
Well, Xantares is going to smoke off the apartments, and that could be pretty crucial in terms of giving him a chance down here in the pit. Because OG, they've got no choice but to go through it. Yeah. And that molly misses its mark. Deary me. Oh, no. They try and run the gauntlet, but to do so, you got to get past Xantares, and he has kept Big in a great spot here with this pit hold. OG, they've got no time. They don't even want to bother giving this one a go. And so OG, with these slow A plays, it's whenever they leave them 2 down to the clock that it feels like, you know, the fact that Big are being very sparing with their utility usage in the early round, right? And keeping a lot of that available to them when these site takes try and come in. It's just bailing them out of every one of these situations. OG, I do like these slow plays that we've seen them going for, but they need to do a better job of whittling away at the utility on Big, because it's been a problem now time and time again in those final, you know, 20, 30-second pushes.
Yeah, from app smokes to mollies on the short side. Even when OG went for that fast short play, Big actually double dropped a molly and locked it down. So, you know, it's not like Big are saving it in times when they don't need to. They seem to know when OG are committing.
Well, Alexa B has committed himself to the Tech 9. As we can see, he'll be leading the charge. Up with his banana. That is the bomb going first. Now, the thing is, you guys are talking about the time, and, well, it was time for them to catch that grenade, I suppose. They don't give themselves enough room for error. They don't give themselves enough wiggle room at the end of these rounds. When they're not finding any frags, no frags are happening on either side until 20 seconds left in the round. There's just simply no time to play the game.
Yeah, no, that's very, very true. It's like you're planning for everything to go right? But the problem with that is you're then relying on winning your fights, like you have to, and you're also relying on Big, hopefully not having any utility left. And as we can see again, like there is still so much utility for Big here. Searson's going to try and hold down mid, but that smoke will be falling in behind him. He's dropped his now over in the top middle. There you go once again. This is just a great demonstration of restraint on this utility usage from Big. And this is because we've really only seen, you know, like this one pace out of OG. Flash comes over middle. That's going to get Searson off the angle, but he drops the Molotov. They've got no choice but to run through it. It's done damage, and the flashes allow Searson the repeaks, but up through short. Xantares not able to shut down this push. He does do it a little bit later in the round and then follows up onto Mantu. And so for Valda, there is just so little time. Rotations are coming in. He gets dropped. And this is where OG, it does feel like they need a change of pace just to give... Oh, hello. They're passing around snacks, man. It's a nice vibe in the big house.
Hey, man, want some popcorn? No, yeah, thanks, dude.
Oh, yo, yeah, dude. I'll have some as well, yeah.
Philip, you want some too? All right, man, come on. Yeah, man. Sick.
Gotta make sure everyone's well accommodated. Yeah, this is you're putting it well, Harry. This is going really well for Big. Great calls. This isn't died to a short wrap from Alexi B.
Yeah,
a tech 9.
The cover, right. The cover comes in very late. Tizian does trade it, but yeah, no way Alexi should be getting up that fast, or that far rather, against the AWP when he's got bigger problems to deal with. The long wrap and the molly pushes for OG. Sometimes that's all they're left with, right? You can't fake it out forever. And even though they had they weren't on 20 seconds, right? They had 40 as they went for that hit, but they knew that their last utility was out on the T side. They had to commit behind it. Otherwise, they're going to lose the round because Big will have that fourth rotation in from B. And Big haven't even needed to gamble or stack sites in the late round because, yeah, the 3-man hold, the 2-man holds, they're doing the work. It's a nice CT side. OG with a strong start. They need to have a strong close as well. It won't be in this round as they only have pistols. But Alexi B crafting something up for later. Big. Oh, they finally had enough. They're finally taking some control. Moving down Banana on this anti-eco. Deep smoke. The mollies have been used as well. They have nothing left towards this B site except one smoke on Keto. So OG at this point are forced into A, and Big have come to expect this. What else have they seen? Searson sees the jiggle. Does he want to hang around knowing there could be Deegs on the other side lining up shots? The molly keeps Valde back again. This time it's early util for Big. They're being forced to. They might even rotate taps and round. That seems to be the play as Keto sets up with a second AWP down Banana. Fast up for Mantu. He's on the site, but not for long. Zantares double drop from the pit. He goes in for more. And as quick as you like it, Big destroy OG in that site.
Yeah, it's almost clinical here from Big. But then again, I don't feel like that they're getting the stress test from OG at all. I mean, these rounds are going down to the wire on time. And then when OG finally decides to go somewhere, they're just getting cleaned apart. And Big take the lead, 6-5, Hugo.
Yes, indeed, Trace. It'd be nice to see OG go B for a change, right? Like recycle this, or cycle this utility short molly, long smoke, deny Big the info, keep 3 there as they have done. Big are conditioned at this point, and then go for a full B execute when Big give you that banana control. They are again in the full rifle rounds, only taking it against pistols. Oh boy, Sisson's had enough. That shot hit. Oh my, he did damage, but no, it was actually the banana players who got hit by the nade instead. So the orb does not connect. Either way, he gets punished, or Tizian does, rather, in the apartments meanwhile. And Searson backs out. Zantares, he's going to hang around for some more.
Oh, MBK. 2 in the round, very, very quick. And that there is this A site looking more tempting than ever. Searson gonna try and wrap round behind OG. And now, cutting off the mid-rotation, Searson is in with another. They know that he's still over here in the apartment somewhere. And he doesn't know the whereabouts of Valde, but I think he heard someone else moving up through ult mid earlier on. Valde has just gotten past him. Searson has hit every little timing needed to keep surprising OG, but that kind of goes both ways. While they don't know where he is, he doesn't really know where they are either. This bomb is still up in the apartments, and there is a chance now that Searson gets caught by Valde. They've swapped. No. Oh, Valde's walking it. Oh, what's happening in the round? Searson, turn around. No, Valde finds him, and it's all left onto Keto. 1v3 with this AWP. Smoke goes in, but there's a bit of a gap. Issa gonna swing and peeks it. And he gets the better of Keto. So a nice try from Searson to make the best out of a very bad situation. But unfortunately, that timing that had been so good to him to get those kills in the first place then turns against him in the latter half of that round.
Yeah, big entries from MBK and Searson. If only stuck around for one more second, he would have seen the bomb. It's clear he had the read, he had the idea, but Valde plays that to perfection by just hiding in the bedroom and not giving anything away, not rushing to reunite with his team, who'd already gotten a further pick onto A, cleaning up a B rotate.
Yeah, I mean, it seems like you're getting the hang of it here, Hugo. A big rotation, a big frag, a big Molotov gonna land right at Alexi B's feet. 61 HP as he begins this round between 2 Molotovs. A series with Alexi B.
He does survive, albeit burnt and crispy.
yes. Crispy. How could we forget Crispy?
That's the way we like it, Trace.
Ah, jawohl.
Oh dear, here they come. Keto with the AWP. We've got Tabson here as well. The smoke isn't down in CT. OG do this a lot. And yeah, Tabson's ready for it. He's been playing CT almost every single round, waiting for this kind of execute. Now they're going to smoke it off. The spam does not connect. But Big, look at the mini-map. They have 5 players here. OG are barely in the site yet. With this smoke down, they actually lose info as well. They're scared of places like New Box and Oranges when they don't really need to be. Keto's coming out from the coffins. He has been waiting here patiently for a second kill. Missed shot, jumps over the wall. Oh dear, it's a mess. OG do cross to the back of the site, and this plant can be allowed, but MBK's being spammed down. Tabson swings, and Keto gets traded. They know there's more to be found here on the coffin side.
And what a brawl this has been, back and forth. But Issa is going to have to do some serious damage control here. Tizian and Tabson, the only 2 left for the Big Clan side. And Issa in the site with 20 seconds to work with. He finds the first one and the second one easy for Issa.
That's sick. That's so mental. And the fact that that all happens off the back of him crossing past the AWP with the jump, with the dance. Keto misses the shot, and Issa aces the round.
I mean, that just, it seems like that was the longest skirmish on the B site without any notion of a plant. There were 5 big players there. The whole party of OG was there. Just utter chaos.
Yeah, that's the thing, right? If there's one thing we've learned about Big, it's that in those like XV1 situations, they try and hunt down that last man and not give him the room. But there, you do see the shortcoming of it, right? And that is that occasionally, if you're willing to give every fight that you can give room inadvertently to the guy in that clutch scenario. And Keto's going to be kicking himself that he didn't land that shot into Issa. It felt like such a minor problem in the first chance, right? When it was like this 4-on-2, there should have been no way back into it. But Issa aces the round and wins that one out in, what, a 1v3 at the end there. So that is incredible from Issa.
Yeah, starting from a pretty exposed position, too. MBK not going to have the same tones in this round as he did last round, albeit pistols here for Big. Zonteres has recovered an AK off of his body, but he leaves with 5 HP.
Thankfully, though, Tizian was inside of that site, so now he's been given the AK with armor behind it. However, it all kind of hinges on Keto being able to stand his ground at B. Alexa B dealt with. Keto just trying to buy time, doesn't need to overface, but Valde wraps him. And so that forces Keto out. We're into a bit of an awkward 3-on-3. Tizian trying to make a bit of a difference, but a quick scope from Mantu, and Tabson dealing with the other, or rather getting dealt with by the other. It's Valde doubling up. OG taken 8th, and now they've kind of flipped this back on its head. You know, they reset the money a big moving into the round prior. So now while this investment does come through in round 15, it's going to have to forfeit some firepower on some of these players in favor of grabbing that utility and kits behind it.
Did you see that?
I didn't. The one time I wasn't looking.
Wow.
What was it?
I can't describe it. I just don't really know. Like some sort of Martian sitting in a chair.
OG have gone back to these B hits, though, and they've been pretty lucrative. So now they're rich for the last round of the half, and Big, they're buying up desperately. Searson's taking his AWP here as well. He's fired off a shot to find Valde early, who's really come alive in these last couple of rounds. Back to A, half for OG, and BK coming through the apartments with Issa. We've got this pit set up. Zonteres has been a beast in this game already, and he's back in the pit where he's had a lot of success. Flashed out, though, from short side. MBK knows he's there. He's got a kill, smoking the molly. Can he live? He knows MBK's spamming him back, and he'll peek into the fight. The bomb gets dropped. MBK taps Tabson on long, and this AWP is trapped in the corner. Searson's going to smoke it. Mantu waits for a timing shot, but he's not crossing out, and so no opportunity here for OG. They should focus on the plant or Big or giving them the room. Where do they want to play for? Leaving MBK in the pit to close the round here with this AK. He's on 2 already, and there's 2 more to find.
The re-smoke over there towards Moto. Keto works his way up pit. Big grenade, though. It's going to land right on Searson's head. Keto and Searson are going to do it. They tag team, and they get it done with relative ease here to secure the last round of the half of play, which will take us into a break. We're going to be going to a break at 8-7. OG versus Big. We will BRB.
There's no defense, I'll buy it if I want it. I'm going supersonic, come on, beg for it. Alright, okay. Running out of luck, too much in my cup. Nishi, run it up. Why you always tripping like you top? Cause you not my team pop. Shorty, I know. Why you always tripping like you top? Cause you not my team pop. My team pop. Who really got the block? Sipping to rock in a cop car. They say they wanna party with us 12 X and how much be that poofy? It's a la. My feature price bigger than your bank account. You talk about it, but don't show us that about. These boys only flexing with that allowance. We swimming in the down. I'm only f***ing you if your toes cute. Brown skin, goddamn, that's my soul food. I'm winning for the record, check your memo, bro. Generation of destruction, you'll remember us. LSD used to do promethazine. I only THC, Hennessy is minor lean. We no longer up next on top. Like your girl, when she counting my checks. There's no defense, I'll buy it if I want it. I'm going supersonic, come on, beg for it. Alright, okay. Running out of luck, too much in my cup. Nishi, run it up. Why you always tripping like you top? Cause you not my team pop. Shorty, I know. Why you always tripping like you top? Cause you not my team pop. My team pop.
Would you look at that? Big on the block. And they're up against OG right here in a best-of-3 series. Welcome back, everybody, ESL Pro League Season 12. We are ready to get the second half of play underway on Inferno. Things have looked good for Big up until about the halfway point, then in which case it was OG that had some rallying fight in them. MBK having a few shining moments of his own, I should say. I'm here with Harry and Hugo, whether you like it or not.
Yeah, man, that's the thing. Like, if you don't like it, that's cool. I don't like me either. Here is Big over on this T side, and now they're looking to try and bounce back. MBK is having a very good game right now, though. You were right in pointing that out. He's offing the guy down towards the bottom of the board for OG. And in this round, he gets very unfortunate. So I'm going to stop talking about players because I feel like I am the bad luck charm of this game.
You are the bad luck Brian of Counter-Strike.
I think that's Hugo, man. I don't know.
Well, y'all are like one and the same.
That's true, man.
Stop deflecting, Harry.
I am deflecting pretty big time there.
Well, can we get that Photoshop, though? Because I'm pretty sure it would fit pretty well.
Hey, with him, you can do bad luck Byron. And then that's why I think like it's got like a ring to it, you know?
Peppo think, yes. Of course.
Okay, so lots of grenades here for Big. OG only have one player on B, so this might just be the round. Right there, right then. It's not an easy retake. It's doable, but it's going to require some serious heavy lifting, and there's still players waiting around at A as well. Like, this isn't a full 5-man commitment from Big. And at this point, OG, they know what they're walking into.
Something that maybe gives OG a chance is that I think there was a bit of miscommunication there for Big. They double smoked Coffin. Instead of smoking CT and Coffin, they threw them both into one place. Now, that could just be like really making sure you nail the Coffin smoke, but I kind of heavily doubt that's the case. Regardless, it's still a 5. Oh, man, everyone's just getting dinked in the... Oh, it's chaos. And that nade, double kill for Tizian. He was holding on to it all round. Like, don't worry, guys. Just you wait. Just you wait. This nade, you might think it was a waste, but it ain't. And he'll get the round locked in on the back of it. So, yeah, Big, they deal with that one really well. They go towards B, where there was only one player for OG. They already dinked a player up in MBK there through the smoke. And really, as you said, Hugo, like once that B kill comes in, the round was pretty much all said and done.
Yeah, we've seen Inferno games many a time fall in that way. And because it's not a B rush, because Big are delayed and even getting into the banana, there was only one player there. OG were leading on that A site. And now they're going to force up in the second, looking to turn the tide very quickly. Banana is uncontested. It gave it up almost every round of their CT side. OG taking a leaf out of their book, but obviously without the utilities to really battle back, that grenade could be good, but Big see it coming and they avoid it. That's the shame with that grenade. Unless you're like lining up a smoke and not moving because of that, you're going to see that you're going to hear the nade leave the hand, you're going to see it hit the roof, and then you're going to see it come back down. So you have plenty of time to react. OG triple stack B, good call here. They know that Big have banana. That much is clear, and it looks like it might just be the full execute with Tizian holding on to T-spawn for any kind of shenanigans here from OG. It's not going to be the case, though. Boost up with the scout drawing attention. Mantu's waiting at the coffins. And Big, they're going to try and put him in one.
Yep. And 2 with the lineup. Ooh. And it's Alexi P with the cleanup. Double kill on his CZ before he falls to taps into Mac 10. That gives us a 3-on-4. Valde simply couldn't find the headshot. And now this bomb site is compromised. However, OG are pretty quick on the response. Just going to take Issa rotating over, and they're going to have full strength here. 3v3.
Oh, that scout chipping down players bit by bit. And now they're all one shot to the scout. This scout effectively becomes an AWP and actually dropped immediately. Doesn't have much of a chance in the round, but maybe neither does Zantares. He's 1v2. Now, both these players are very, very low, but there is only 10 seconds left, so they just rush him when he tries to stick that bomb plant. And OG, they snatch it away. Alexa B with a great double kill over at the top of Banana. Mantu as well. His kind of damage output in that round cannot be understated enough, right? He tags up like 3 players with the scout. That makes them all easy prey for OG.
Yeah, I don't know, man. One more XD and I'm out of here. Just going to throw that one to you. We do have a good game on our hands. It didn't start this way. But would you look at that?
Yeah, neck and neck with the force win for OG as well. That just flips the economy in the second half. So now Big, they're the ones fighting back. It may have won the pistol, but nothing to be shown from it. The Lil on Tabson is their best weapon. This is not a good force for Big. They have got very little in terms of utility as well. And we know how important that is on a map like Inferno. Tabson even getting dunked early down to 30. Not the start Big wanted. They might even try and hand that gun over to someone like Keto. Mid is conceded, though. This has been a game of passive CT setup, so no one even interested nor contesting for this map control. Oh boy. Zantares, there's some re-aggression here. Is Mantu going to get flashed out? It seems to be the play, and everyone's going to crunch middle at the same time. Great call for OG. They clear it out as well, and now they know it's a B play. They've even seen Keto with his back turn, but he flips it around and shoots back. Mantu gone, and now this rotate towards A for MBK has to happen fast. He'll be joined by Alexia B. Side by side here is Big setup slowly towards A. They've actually delayed things a little bit. They only have 2 flashes trying to calm that across where they're going, who is throwing, and well, they blind one back in the library, but Alexi B gives them the room, and Valde's come off B as well. So OG have basically trapped Big in the long position.
Yeah, this should get cleaned up now with just so many bodies here for OG, and there it is. They get this one locked in. It's a team ace. Hello.
Interesting.
Yeah, and I mean, that's the situation that Big get forced into, right? Losing to the second round force, you basically have to buy at that and continue the force buy wars, especially on a map like Inferno. You lose it and, well, boom, instantly 2K, nothing to play with, nothing to play for, and OG surely starting to run away with the CT side, at least for now.
Yeah, look at this, 5 Glocks. No investment here for Big. A bomb plant is on the cards. That's what they're looking for.
Good luck.
By any means necessary, but it's a big risk. Of course, OG get a little aggressive with it, and they can do that. They have the weaponry to back it up. They don't know that there's absolutely nothing huge in the hands of Big. They're going to swing on MBK. He's only good for 1 to take down Keto with a FAMAS. And now there's going to be a present for Mantu. Triple at that. And OG put up 11. Big with the full save. Now they're going to come in with the full buy. Searson back on the AWP. Going to be glass canning in it. I love you too. I think that's what we're supposed to say to that. You ready to sign, Harry, or?
I can't read.
Oh, well, that explains a lot then.
Yeah, man. But like, you know, the symbols are cool.
Yeah, so it just kind of all looks like hieroglyphics to you.
Yeah, well, you know, like they're all one and the same, right?
Yeah, kind of, yeah.
They're just like shapes to tell a story.
I think, yes.
Heavy app setup here for
Yeah,
OG.
man. This is cool, right?
Ooh.
Oh, dear. Tizian don't realize it yet. Ooh, he gets the dink onto Mantu. Get out of my apartment, says Tizian, I guess. Probably. I don't know. But MBK still in this position. Ooh, Searson. Searson. Ooh. Oh, Alexa B. The whack-a-mole whacks back down through Banana. And now, here with the Deagle, looking to do even more damage. And while this is happening, Valdez still sat here, but they do check for him. Alexa B, can he give us anything else? He's got this MP9. Oh, the spray gives up the aim of the game. That flash worked perfectly. And so they just rush him down as that MP9 ticks low on ammo. Mantu now here with this AWP. Needs to deliver something spectacular if OG want to keep this round in their hands. Flash is good. Mantu trying to get away, and he lives to tell the tale. MBK has found one through the smoke as well. Oh, okay, another then. MBK. Hello, is the smoke even there for him? Centares has gotten past and is now trying to pressure MBK. He's going to find it. Issa catching a timing, but missing his chance. Nade going to follow up and do a bit more damage onto Centares, but it's not the killing blow. They try and swing Issa, and they've got it down to the 1v1. Mantu versus Centares. Centares doesn't know where Mantu is. And so he's just going to play the bomb. Tucks himself in, and now the pressure's on for Mantu, who taps it, but there's no peek yet. Centares waits for that time to tick on down, and he wins it on the back of his patience.
Yeah, and it was Mantu's patience that's the undoing, right? He's waiting all that time in Coffin, waiting for a fight, but Big are just double peeking Pool, fighting towards CT, trying to remove that rotation.
He looked like he wanted to go in too. I mean, earlier on, we saw him at that Coffin position. He gets ahead of the smoke, he backs away, he decides better of it, but you have to wonder what would have happened. MBK with 2 spectacular kills through a smoke. Actually what makes that round competitive somewhat.
Yeah, competitive but still lost. That's the crazy part. Like if you're OG, you're like, how the hell did we lose that? Everything was seemingly perfect. Even Issa getting one on the rotate before the double peek comes in. He was tucked to the right. He was able to isolate the Banana player. And it all started with Alexis D up top B. Like, that's ridiculous. The AWP was double scoped on him. BK boosted on the porch. Solo B, Mantu's there with the AWP. We've seen him with a bit of a case of the early whiffs on Inferno.
Not the early whiffs, man. Not the early whiffs.
Happens to all of us, really. Happens to the best of us, but Mantu needs to start hitting these shots if he's going to be solo B, especially if Big come back late to pressure it. Searson's got his eyes on that position. Long smoke down. Valda using utility, but Big are passive. They're going to get flashed in from Searson. Here it comes. Boom. MBK blind. They check it. Perfect. This is out late. He was also flashed, but he gets 2 before the bomb gets dropped in the open. They need to trade. He's still stuck here. Smoke down. Buys him some room. Buys him some time. Tizzy's in the pit. Dropping out of apps, but dinked from long by Valde. Oh, dear. Flash through. He's going to try and get aggressive. Get his control back into the site. Tizian has not got a lot of room to move. He needs Searson to help with that smoke on short. He shouldn't be able to take down Issa, but he's done it on the fade. Tizian catches Valde, chasing him down in the graveyard. And Mantu swapped off the AWP. He needs something more combat, something more close range as he moves up to short in the 1-on-2.
Mantu versus Tizian and Searson. The bomb just now being planted. Big can play this in a crossfire and they will win it 100%, except for Searson just shoots, and that's it. That's all she does it. 10-11. What goes around is all around, Harry.
Yeah, man, and that's the thing. Like, Issa tries his best to get that round back under control. It's another multi-kill for Issa, but it's not enough to hold on to the round. And that's the thing, right? The thing that worries me a little bit right now is, like, Valde is so often the consistent pillar in OG, and yet he is currently down bottom of the board alongside Alexa B in this matchup. We've got MBK and Issa topping the charts. Now, you love it when MBK is playing well, but so often he kind of plays like second fiddle to someone like Valde, who's often, you know, just wrecking fools here. I mean, I was going to say on Inferno, but any map. Like, Valde is just captain consistency normally. So you want to see a bit more from him, because it feels like the rest of the team, you know, they're where you want them to be. Oh, Alexa B double naded and brought down very, very low. The utility has been great for Big as well, right? That's something that I feel like they put a lot of time into, a lot of stock into trying to improve, because it has been very notable that every game they finish it with just incredible utility damage.
Yeah, in the last round, Valdo is trying to bail Issa out. That's why he's chasing the kill in Graveyard towards Pit. He's trying to rush Tizian because he knows that Issa's trapped with 3 kills on Porch with the smoke down. And so he knows that Issa can't leave that position because he's got Tizian in the back in the pit watching him crossing out. So Issa's kind of screwed, and Valdo tries to save that, but all it does is dig the hole deeper as Tizian's waiting for him and not actually looking to kill Issa. Searson even wins that fight on his own, so crazy stuff. This site's empty, and well, Big, they're about to realize Searson's on the CT ramp with the smoke down for Big. It even means that a player in the site wouldn't see the fact that Big have CT spawn, but they're running through. They already know it's clear. It's a full A stack, and the bomb planted, that just guarantees the round. Searson can run around to start to make some money. Get these guns out of here. They're only P250s after all, but $600 on each head of OG. Searson can find success. Very stacked into the site. Like, they should be able to trade him here, but we know what the Mac 10 can do. The rumbling of this weapon scares all armorless players. They might never get seen. Searson may as well run. Like, he's probably going to buy the AWP next round, so he may as well just W in right now. As the bomb goes off, the audio's not heard. He knows MBK's here. He runs him down, and hey, that's something at least, taking the USP out of the mix. But it's not a worry for OG. They're more waiting for the rifles to come through, and this is it. Unfortunately, you have to buy here, but you have no AWP available. Not unless you want, I think it was Issa who had 5K to buy it, and then wouldn't have armor. That's just not going to happen. So rifles are out. We've even got SMGs to allow for utility, and it's a bit of a rough spot to be in for OG as Big build into this T side. The early force for OG that put them down in the dumps may have been annoying to deal with early on, but 3 gun rounds in a row, or 3 full rounds, one of them being an eco, put Big back into control of this map.
Man, the artillery just peppering that B site as well earlier on. That's definitely going to keep 2 players here for OG. And while this has happened, Big have snuck out into top mid. And now they're at a spot, right, where they either just, I mean, no one's even considering long. You do have, like, MBK checking it every now and again on a timing, but that's not something I would want to be relying on, like, through and through.
Yeah.
Oh, not scoped up at the right places, Searson. And MBK, all right. Apparently, he is all you need. Now down in the pit. Keto does deal with Issa, but MBK's popping off right now. Finally dealt with, finally flushed out, and Zentares already deep within CT. That's a free kill for Zentares. And with that, the round should belong to Big. That setup there, very, very passive for OG. And, you know, sometimes it's good to play safe, but others, it can come back to hurt you. And MBK, even though he puts up a valiant hold at this A side of the map, everyone else just falls without any question.
Yeah, it comes off the back of Searson, you know, scoping deep and not seeing MBK there. He actually kills a site player first. Alexi in the clutch. We're counting him out, but maybe we shouldn't. He's got a 1v1 on the site. Zentares is hiding back at library, but the bomb's planted for him. That makes the defuse so difficult. Alexi in the air, and Zentares trades. Even if he didn't immediately fight that kill, that would have been a hard round for Alexi with the bomb's position. Nice try, but not enough, unfortunately. And yeah, Searson, he's double scope, right? He doesn't see MBK on the balcony. You think it's all going to fall apart with a timing check. Searson gets the opener. MBK, massive round from him, trading 2 on long, killing a 3rd, and still it's not enough. Zentares set up for the B rotate. He catches Valde. That's just unfortunate for Valde. He shouldn't, why would he be aware that the Big is still in the library? They wanted long from the get-go due to that control.
Yeah, the thing that is just so worrisome about that setup, right, is that there's so many ways for that round to go wrong. You know, like, it required someone to go huge, and even with someone going huge in the form of MBK, it still falls apart. And, like, there was even a world there where Big just wrapped CT and hit the B site, you know, and the players in B were scarcely even checking that CT area. So there was a lot of opportunities for that round to go wrong and very few scenarios in which that round goes right. And even the elements that didn't equate to a round win for OG. Because the moment you lose that site, you already had players aggressive in CT holding that rotation. And as we've seen on Inferno, you know, time means everything. You're trying to come in fast. You're checking angles, but not as methodically as perhaps you should be. And that leads to that round just falling apart at the seams. Gonna leave 2 outside of B to try and sell this fake. While the rest of the gang move back towards this A site. Utility looking to come through now. And a smoke at top banana. See, this is actually all right for Big, because in this scenario here, like, you know, OG don't have the info, and as far as they're aware, all they've done is put a stop to this push. Now, with Keto going aggressive, he has really sold this and kept these players in B while the rest of the crew move into the A site. Are they ready for the man in pit? Mantu and MBK dealing with the push. Tabson stepping up when it really matters most. If he dies with the bomb there, suddenly Searson is left in an almost impossible clutch. But he's kept this in favor of Big, leaving Valde and Issa in the 2-on-2. A Deagle and an AK between them.
No kit, and time has been the issue for OG on these retakes. Even when they get the kills, they're often left running away with their weapons. Searson, the unscope is very unfortunately timed. Valde's come out of apps, and Searson's not ready, but Tabson has his cover, and now hidden in the pit with no Molotov on Issa. There's no way to force Searson out. He goes for the fight. He's given Issa a fighting chance, but the time again is ticking. He needs this kill immediately, and in the dance around the boxes, Dabson's going to swing out wide with 4, and he will close it. That got close. That got scary, but again, it's an eco for OG where they just don't have the weaponry, nor the kits, nor the utility to battle back. Nice try again in the clutch, but it's not going to go the way of OG Big. Really good fake, like you said. Like, this kill is ridiculous. Obviously, Issa with an open smoke as well is able to continue and see that Big are going back to A. Even though MBK and Mantu put up a kill each, just not enough to get Tabson off the bomb.
I feel like that's like OG's like 3rd mid-air kill in this game. Yeah. They're like better in the air than they are on the ground. They're the birds of Counter-Strike here, the Eagles, perhaps.
Oh dear.
Alexa B gonna try and go aggressive down banana, and he does live to tell the tale for now. It's a bit messy on either side, but the nades are good. And Big, they're sent a bit of a stern reminder. You want to come banana? Well, go ahead. Keto dealing with Alexa B. Mantu trying to get aggressive down through middle. There is a player close left. It's Antares, who's already low from those nades. But Mantu doesn't swing any further than that. He didn't see anyone crossing. Didn't see anyone moving towards B, and that might tempt OG to keep this triple A setup. You do see Mantu beginning a rotation now to play this CT area.
Oh, but Big, they're just so tricky. They're still denying info for OG, throwing 2 smokes on short and long. Like almost a middle finger, like we're here as well, by the way. We've still got 2 on A. Don't be so sure it's B. And even though that is where things are ending up, there's always a seed of doubt in the mind of OG here. They've got to set up at the back of the site. Mantu with the orb, Valde hiding new box. No molly to get him off just yet. Big are going to go over the flash. Mantu missed shot. Oh, he's been caught. He's been cornered. Zantares has a molly, but he's too far away. Valde checked to the corner. Searson follows up. He was posted and had Mantu locked in. Here's the lurk. It does fall, but it doesn't matter at this point. It's just about killing these saving players, and Tizian could still offer up that at best. Big with a 3-on-2 execute into B, and they don't need all 5 players. 2 lurkers, one of which might still find success as MBK is in spawn and Tizian is on a flank.
And taking these guns away at this point in the game with the money about to be broken for OG is huge. Tizian, are you going to go for the knife? Yeah. Oh, MBK knifed in the back. Tizian, that sneaky little devil. Big. They take the gun away, they get the knife kill, they get in the head of OG, and they get in their bank account as well. Those are the 2 worst places for your arch enemy to end up. Stripping away the money. You see, if 2 guns were saved here, a buy would have been very, very achievable. And it's still likely going to come through because you're going to have like 4 rifles purchased up. But if 2 players saved, the 2 guys that didn't have money would have been dropped and everything would be fine. You would have 5 rifles in this round. You'd have a nice bit of utility to go behind it. And now suddenly you're like looking at this situation and you're thinking, well, we're likely going to have to take a bit of a hit in terms of the firepower. We're going to have to do that to get utility, and also because one of us just can't afford anyway. And so yeah, they just partially invest. MBK, the N stands for Nova. Doesn't, but maybe in this round it does. Nova-born killer.
That's a nice check for Searson.
There it is.
Try AWP in mid. This is too far for the Nova to get anything done.
Oh.
And yeah, with the smoke in his hand as well, it lands in Boiler, even giving Big mid. And that's, hey, it's gone. It's the round as if Big just hold the W key, and they're about to. Still being methodical, expecting a third player, but they don't need to because OG are gambling B in this round. And yeah, man, this hurts, at least for OG. If you think about the rifle rounds they've had on this CT side, right? Aside from the force buys back and forth early, their first proper rifle, or when Big got their money back, rather, was OG with 2 SMGs to allow for util. They've had the AWP twice on Mantu. It's never really been a focal point of this defense. And now, yeah, coming down to this. A save to allow a buy against 15. You need a 4-round comeback to begin OT again on your map pick. This streak for Big is getting out of control. 7 in a row now on the T side. And with their map pick coming up after this one as well, spells disaster for OG. I think I've had the answers though. This has been a very well-crafted T side. And they'll respect the save because Big have no interest in throwing guns into the hands of saving players. Getting out with 5 alive, not that Big need the money, but hey, it's there as well just in case things do get dicey. And this is the place where it has to get dicey. OG have got to put up rounds here or this one's going to be done and dusted. They have their backs up against the wall. Full buys. Mantu on the AWP. Be nice to see him try and get aggressive, right? Sometimes he's in a position where he can get a kill, he can get a pick, but he doesn't want to be giving away that early advantage. Well, now Big are just stripping it away. Searson dry peeking mid with the AWP. Maybe it's time for Mantu to get in pole position. Stuck on long right now. Issa's got the short side in Boiler. Big taking Banana. Oh dear, that's a close Molotov. It will burn. Keto takes a lot of damage. Big are going to try, OG are going to try and push off the back of that damage with a nade down and bounces. She's a little bit short. The second one's no better, but Keto's shot hits excellently. Valde could die to the grenade. He backs out at the right time. And meanwhile, Issa's been killed in Boiler, and Xantares pushes off the back of the molly. It's all falling apart for OG. This could be their map pick out the window.
Oh, it's done, man. Valde 1v5, and it's probably not going to happen. I hate to break it to you, but he's been very quiet this game, and so you're asking him to perform the best he's performed all series now, up against Matt Point, rather. 2 players about to swing him, and there's the kill for Xantares. It's a dominant victory for Big.